Hi, and welcome to the Owatonna Today Show. Thank you so much for joining us right here on Charter Channel 181, where you can see us 6 days a week. If for some reason you are busy and have missed our shows on there, you can always find us on the internet. We are on YouTube as well as Facebook, and you can also find us on Leanne's page. It is thethirdhandvideo.com. And she has a special page just for us. You can go and check out the newest and some of the classic shows that we've had here on the Owatonna Today Show. But it's a really great way to keep up with what's going on in your area. And today is a great example of that because we're going to be talking about At Home with the Lowes. It's a great Christmas concert, good way to get you in the spirit. Also, we're going to have an update with Brookdale Senior Living Center. So you want to stick around for that and find out a little bit more about what's going on with them. We do want to thank you so much for joining us and want to remind you that you can always find us here on Channel 181, but we're also looking for great ideas. If you've got something that you'd like to see right here on the show, just give us a call at 390-5751 or email Leanne Alt at owatonnatoday@charter.net. She'll be glad to see what she can do to get you on the air. And tell us a little bit about your event that's going on with your community or service organization. It's a great opportunity. So we're going to be back in just a second talking about Lowe's and Christmas and not the store. Be right back.
Hi, I'm Jody Voisin with the staff at Fairview Animal Medical Center, your other family doctor. Fairview Animal Medical Center is a proud supporter of the Owatonna Today Show.
If clothing catches fire, stop, drop, and roll. If your clothes catch on fire, do not panic and run. This only fans the fire. Stop where you are, drop to the ground, and roll over and over to smother the flames. Cover your face with your hands to protect your eyes and your throat and lungs from the burns. This has been a safety tip from the Owatonna Fire Department.
Hi, my name is Dave Olson and I'm with R&K Electric, where we provide power to the people. We're proud supporters of the Owatonna Today Show.
We're just having too much fun here.
I think this is going to be one of your classics.
You need to just come on the show. We'll explain it all later. Okay. In studio, I do have with me Mike Jensen and Deb Gillard. Hi, lady and gentlemen.
Good morning.
Hello.
It's sad. It's sad.
Sorry.
Yeah. Thank you so much for joining us here today. And I want to thank both of you also for the work you do for Owatonna, because I know both of you give a lot of your time and energy in making Owatonna a good place to be, a nice place to live, but also you give back in a way, and that's what I see this concert as, is a way for you to give back a little bit to the community.
I think so. I think it's a nice way to start the holiday season and kick it off in a very special way with a wonderful family.
Let's start off with introductions. So go ahead and introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about yourself. So I want people to know why they should listen to you.
Oh,
so
well.
The strange man sitting in my television.
My name is Mike Jensen with Triumph Graphics, as well as on a number of committees and things in the town, in Owatonna. Can't talk this morning. Have been involved with the Lowes actually every time they've been in Owatonna. This will be their third time. And have truly grown to appreciate their music, to appreciate them as people. They're so genuine in what they do and in their willingness to share their craft, which is absolutely phenomenal. They've been fun to get to know over the years.
Good. Go ahead.
And I'm Deb Karaus. Good morning from Owatonna Community Ed. And I have known the Lowe family as long as Mike, maybe a little bit longer. I think I was introduced to them in maybe 2008. Person who's working behind the scenes with Mike and I very closely, Jane Bangs, a local retired Owatonna OHS teacher, and her husband Keith visited Branson a number of years ago and attended one of the Lowe family shows and went up to the family afterwards and said, how can we get you to come to Owatonna? And after that, things just started to spiral, and we're having them back for the third time. They were here in 2009 and 2010, and this will be a great family holiday show. You don't need to leave Owatonna to see top-notch entertainment.
What was it about this particular, because I'm sure she saw other acts while she was out there. It's a big thing to do in Branson, is go entertainment stuff. What made her approach this specific family and really want to bring them back home?
You know, we should have Jane here sitting next to us, but I think what she first conveyed to me was the talent of the family, and they're all equally as talented as the next. And when people leave the show, the most comment that you will hear, the comment that most people say is, how can one family be this talented? because Doug, who's the son, and how many daughters did we agree are coming?
Well, there's 9 in the family,
Yeah.
so there'd be 7 minus 1, 6.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah, so just the, and the personal warmth that you feel from each of them when they're singing or entertaining, it just jumps out from the stage to people in the audience.
Well, they're very genuine.
Yeah.
They're real and very approachable. Definitely sing from the heart.
So
I mean,
it's
there's a
instead of-
passion in who
because
and what
oftentimes
they
you
are.
might see a performance, somebody performing,
Right.
but it's much more than that. It's actually kind of it sounds like it might be more of a gift. Like, I'm giving this to you instead of look at me. It's more of, this is for you.
I would say that's the case with
Absolutely.
them for sure. Well, and their journey has been pretty incredible. I mean, they spent a number of years in Branson. All of the family members, I mean, the children actually grew up in Branson,
Okay.
performing. And I mean, when I listen and hear their rehearsal schedules and the work they did to prepare themselves as musicians, it's incredible. Spent many years in Branson, but as the children started getting older, realized that they wanted to branch out and do more. So the family actually moved and relocated to Nashville, Tennessee. And for a number of years, they traveled across the country to sold-out houses and did a huge stage productions. The ones that we've had here previously in Owatonna have been their larger stage productions with all the pageantry and the things coming down and special effects and I mean all this kind of fun stuff. But as we were talking before we started airing today, the family since then, I mean, the children are getting married, they're finding their own lives, so the group as a whole hasn't been performing together. They've been working on writing music. They've been, performing in Nashville.
So each of the kids kind of finding their own path.
Finding their own path, their own talent, their own opportunities. A lot of education they do. They do a lot of teaching, instructing across the country. So they're still very, very, very busy and active. But for them, when we reached out, they were very excited about the possibility of bringing the family back together.
So they
for
hadn't
concert.
performed for a year or two,
No, I
whatever.
couldn't tell you the last time
Oh
they
my God.
performed together as a group.
Yeah.
So
But when
this-
Owatonna calls.
they answered. So we'll have 6 of the 9 family members here with us performing together. And they've been working very, very hard at their music, getting ready for this concert. And this concert, unlike their huge pageantry concerts, are going to be much more about the music, much more about their talent, about their gift, and it's going to be very intimate. So when we were looking for a venue, we wanted to make sure that we had a venue that was going to be appropriate for this type of music, this type of focus. And so we sought out Little Theater of Owatonna, and the board of Little Theater, LTO, stepped right up and said, absolutely, we'll partner with you. We'd love to have you here. And so the concert will actually be held at Little Theater of Owatonna. So we're very excited about that.
It's an acoustic Christmas. Help define that for me. What does acoustic Christmas
Well, I think
really mean?
part of the reason we put the word acoustic on it is to identify that it's not a huge stage production. It's really going to be about their music. Although I will be honest, we are bringing in some drums. We're bringing in some of their percussion that they've used. The high school has been very generous in helping provide some of that. Keyboard. They'll bring in some of their instruments that they'll be able to travel with.
But kind of like an unplugged version, in a way.
Absolutely. I'm guessing we won't have the fog machines. We won't have all of that stuff. Because that's a little hard to get in the overhead compartment because they're actually flying in on Friday and they'll spend Saturday getting ready for the show, Saturday evening perform, and then they're flying back out on Sundays. So they're here for a real short time.
And it's kind of, like you were saying, it is truly a remarkable thing that they have come together, and when they haven't done this for who knows how long, to perform in Owatonna for this group. What is it about our community that makes them really want to come back and be a part of our holiday season and share that with us?
I think it's the personal connection they've made with a number of people in the community. And when they were here, when they've been in the community before, they've toured some of what we consider our landmarks. And they'll be going back out to the History Center and the Art Center, and they just feel that Owatonna's like a home away from home.
Oh, that's really great.
Well, so much so that in one of their Christmas videos called Coming Home, which you can find out on YouTube and that sort of thing, about halfway through the video, you'll see footage that was filmed at the Village of Yesteryears during Christmas in the Village when they were here. So complete with horses, and it's just a beautiful, the music is phenomenal.
Yeah. So it's a great way to kind of get a little sneak peek. If you haven't had the opportunity to see them in the past, go onto the YouTube, and look up for the Lowe's, Lowe, as family.
Right.
And you'll be able to find
Coming
some of
Home
that.
is the name of that song.
That specific
You know,
one.
we should probably talk some dates, times, and
was gonna-
tickets.
yeah,
I
I
mean,
was
we're
actually-
we're running out of having so much good conversation.
I know,
Let me
yeah.
take over here for a minute now.
Michael, we have 2 minutes. It'll be fine.
Okay.
Calm down. Gee, I'm getting fired today.
Well, we don't want you to get to that 100th episode.
Oh my God, I see that.
This is an audition show.
Oh, I'm in trouble. Really? Now you be quiet. And Deb, tell us more.
December 13th, 7 o'clock at Little Theater is where you need to be. We're selling tickets now. We've got more tickets to sell, but they're going fast.
And they have
so
sold out in the past.
We have, yes, absolutely. So you need to get your tickets. You can stop by Owatonna Community Ed. We're at Roosevelt School, or you can stop by Mike's location, Triumph Graphics, or the History Center is selling tickets. They're $25. And for students 18 years and younger, they are $15. So it's a great deal. It's general admission seating, so you don't have to, speed through town today to get your tickets. But do pick them up.
Yeah, well, and you don't want to wait till the night of. It's going to be
Absolutely
one of
not.
those events that there will not be any tickets left that night.
I mean, our hope and plan is that we will be sold out. We're over half sold on tickets now, and they're going quickly, and especially now that we've rolled into December. I think people wait to get through Thanksgiving.
Think about what can we do, what's the next event with my family that we can do, and of course this is one of those great things that they're going to want to. One of those things, again, you're going to talk about for years to come. Remember we went to that Lowe's concert?
Well, and it's a great way for groups of folks to get together and go out for an evening. You could go for dinner beforehand to go to the show. Just a nice warm way to fill yourself with the holiday spirit.
Yeah, we are so fortunate in this community to have so many great events. A lot of them are like Christmas in the Village, where you can go and just have family time. But this kind of brings it up a little notch, because it just makes it a little bit more special.
Well, and we've had so many people in the community step up and really support this as well. One in particular would be Norma Buxton. Prior to her passing, when we asked about the show, and she immediately stepped up and supported. Melanie Nelson would be another that's a strong supporter, as well as many other businesses and folks in the community have really stepped up to make this a reality, because it is a significant expense to bring a family like this if you consider airfare and flying,
and
6 people
and,
and all of the things that go with it. And they're professional musicians, so
And they deserve that.
absolutely.
Respect. Yeah. So again, it's coming up. Give us the dates one more time.
December 13th at 7 p.m. right in this building where we are at Little Theater of Owatonna is where you can find the concert. But we encourage you to get your tickets as soon as possible, because we do feel they'll go very quickly now that we're into December.
'Tis the season.
It is.
Thank you so much for your time. We'll be right back. Please stay with us.
Hi, I'm Stan Groff, Director of Steele County Public Health and a member of the United Way Community Leadership Team. United Way focuses on the building blocks of life: education, income, and health. Our programs and initiatives prepare children from birth for academic success, well-paying jobs, and a healthy lifestyle. That's why I joined Mayo Clinic Health System and the Owatonna School District to lead this year's campaign. We invite you to invest in our community by giving to the United Way.
Hi, my name is Dave Efforts with TPS Insurance. We're here to handle all your insurance needs. We are a very proud supporter of the Owatonna Today Show.
I didn't just want another job, I wanted a career, so I expressed myself.
I was new to town and I didn't know where to turn for a job, so I decided to express myself.
I decided to express myself, and they helped find the right career for me.
Express Employment Professionals is in contact with thousands of companies in need of quality employees. Come in now and get the job you deserve.
Express yourself today.
Hi, this is Doug Johnson at the Owatonna Business Incubator, a proud supporter of the Owatonna Today Show. We'd like to welcome you to the incubator. If you're a small business, whether you're existing or a startup, we can help you with office space, manufacturing or warehouse, and free confidential counseling.
Hi, my name is Ryan Gillespie with Bremer Bank Mortgage. By trusting your home loan needs to Bremer Bank, you are guaranteed a personalized, straightforward, and honest experience from application to closing. We look forward to guiding you through your next home purchase or refinance.
And we're back at the Owatonna Today Show. This is, okay, do not adjust your television set.
Do you want to switch spaces just to...
No, I like this space. What is it? She's trying to get me fired too.
Yep.
You and Mike.
Not going to make it to the 100th show, sorry.
I am not. Studio with me, Deb Gillard, who also is a host of the Owatonna Today Show, but in a different capacity today.
Yes.
So
as one of the show supporters.
Yes. Tell us a little bit about who you're here to represent today.
Okay, so other than when I'm hosting here on the Owatonna Today Show, on occasion, taking Shelley's chair, I guess, I also work for Brookdale Senior Living. We are two small care communities here in Owatonna. We are Sterling House, which is an assisted living, and Clarebridge, which is the dedicated memory care. And for those of you who may not know us, we are located on Cedardale Drive on the south end of town, and we're just nice little, I really like who we are. We're two little one-level communities that almost feel like houses. Sterling House, we have 19 apartments. Clarebridge, we have 24 apartments. And we just do what we do, and we do it very well, taking care of our families and our residents. So
why is it so important to have a dedicated memory facility? Because that seems interesting. You know, you have the assisted living, which is somebody who can mostly take care of themselves, might need help with medication, maybe meals, a little, but likes to be on their own in some ways.
Well, and I'll correct that just a little bit, because among the assisted living, among what we call assisted living today, there are varying levels of assistance, you might say.
Okay.
So kind of what you're talking about is maybe a little more independent and needing some assistance. Yes, we do that, and we certainly have residents who maybe only need, family wants to make sure they get 3 square meals a day and stay hydrated and have medication management. However, our niche, besides being kind of the small community that we are, is we do take care of very high-level care needs, stopping just short of nursing home.
Okay.
So seriously, if someone if folks understand what it is to need 2-person transfers, so in order to do anything that person needs to do, they need 2 caregivers to help do that. We've had late-stage Parkinson's, someone needs feeding assistance. And anything in between there. So we really run the gamut of coming right on the end of independent and needing some assistance all the way to the very other end of the spectrum.
And it sounds like, being that wide of a spectrum, that you really have to have individualized care.
Yes.
That you're not just a blanket coverage, we treat everybody the same, because you can't.
Yep. Everyone has their own what we call personal service plan. It's based on the assessment when someone comes to stay with us. That is true for Clarebridge as well. So there is not a single person, even among 19, that's exactly alike. Everyone comes with their own specific needs in regards to medication management and all of those different what we call activities of daily living, ADLs. You'll hear in the business, what is something to watch out for. It is interesting at this time of the year, and I do want to encourage people, and then I'll kind of come back to your Clarebridge question, but as we gather with families at this time of the year, I get a lot of calls from family members who may have not seen mom or dad or aunt or uncle or grandma or grandpa for a while, and they're coming together and they're seeing some changes. They're seeing some changes which may say, are they safe to be by themselves? Do we need to start looking for other options? And those other options don't necessarily lead to me right away. I may be able to suggest home health.
Yeah.
Have you looked at a home health agency to come in? Have you looked at Healthy Seniors even to come and provide companionship?
What those options are.
Exactly. Or are they needing and looking at a care community? Or we have maybe a son or a daughter who is very well informed about what mom or dad, and I'm just going to use those as an example, what their needs are, and they've been trying to tell the other siblings, and it's not until you see what you haven't seen on a daily basis. We all know how things happen. They happen slowly over time, but for someone who maybe hasn't seen mom or dad for 3 months or 6 months or a year, those changes can be really significant.
Startling.
And that's there's a lot of family conversations that we have at this time of the year. Dedicated memory care, to your question, is really important because dementia, and Alzheimer's and dementia in all of its various forms, it too follows many paths. So there again, our care staff, we staff to a very high level. We have great ratios, if folks in the industry know what that means, or if you've been out looking, we have a lot of caregivers on staff to take care of those needs, even among 26 residents. So and throughout the day, 24 hours into the nighttime. Because dementia has so many forms. Dementia can take someone's physical capacities away from them. It can take their speech capacities away, their ability to feed themselves, things like that. And I know it's really cliche, but it has been said, if you've seen one Alzheimer's person with Alzheimer's, you've seen one person with Alzheimer's.
Because they're not the same.
Because they're not the same at all. And while there are certain things we can go by, they really do follow a different path. So there again too, we do an assessment, we make sure that we have that. So a lot of people will think that it's all about the person who may wander outside of their confined area.
Which may be the only thing that we know about because we've seen it on the news.
Yep, kind of stereotypical in a way, because among our 26 residents, we probably have, there's only a couple who would really seek the exit door, and not because they're really seeking an exit, it's because it's a door to walk through, and they would walk through it like any other door, but because of those safety and security issues. But it really is about what dementia means in relation to all the rest of that person's life. What does it mean? What does it mean for activities? Keeping stimulation and quality of life, and the meal experience to be a good one, and everything to be a good positive experience.
So because of those specific
long
needs,
answer.
Well, but because of those specific needs, is that why there's 2 dedicated facilities?
There really are.
Because otherwise you can really meet those needs better if it's in this more maybe controlled environment than if it was in a more larger general population.
Right, exactly. And if there is a family who is saying, we're not really sure, we see, and I'll just use an example, we see mom's memory slipping a little bit, we're not sure, she does have a dementia diagnosis, but we're not sure if Clare Bridge is the right place for her. Again, we're working with that family and the diagnosis and that potential resident to make sure that we have them placed appropriately from the very start too, even in our 2 small care communities. So
Alzheimer's, I'm not sure how, I know the diagnosis of it the name has not been around for 100 years. It's been kind of more recently named, labeled, but I'm sure the illness itself has been around for a long time. So we're kind of learning more and more about it. But I know you talked to me a little bit about, you had the Alzheimer's walk.
Yes, and I will, I definitely want to say how successful that was. It was on October 4th. We have so far raised 43% of our 50,000 goal in Owatonna, so that was Owatonna's walk goal. I think we're at 88%, I think it is. And I just kind of need to toot our horn a little bit, because there were a bunch of teams, and everyone, no gift or donation is too small, and we really do mean that. But among the top teams, our Clare Bridge and Sterling House team raised $10,500 to date. Merry Memories, another great group a small group of team members, raised over $6,500. And then Billy's Unforgettables raised just under $6,000, and that was our host family, Billy Springer's family, that raised that. So just among those 3 teams, we raised a big chunk of that. Top individuals, if some people know these names, Melissa Block raised in upwards of $1,700, Tara Hying, if I'm saying her name correctly, over $1,500, and Patricia Springer over $1,500. So a lot of great people got involved with that this year. And you can still make donations till the end of the year. So if someone is interested and they find that this is the cause they want to give to at this time of year, go on to the Alzheimer's Association, click on the walk, click on Owatonna, look for a team or a person that you would like to donate to, or to the walk in general. It doesn't even have to be earmarked to anyone, because it's that money across the country, throughout Minnesota and nationwide, that's going to really help us get at the research and treatment potentials needed to combat what is a horrible disease.
Well, and something that is not definable. It's just because it's in your family doesn't mean you'll get it. Or just because it's not in your family doesn't mean you will get, you know what I mean?
Right.
So it's something that you just really need to start thinking about and being aware of, because it could affect anybody.
Kind of the scary part are the things that we don't know. We know that we don't know so much about Alzheimer's and dementia, and that is very hard as well. So kind of along that line too, I did want to mention we had our Owatonna in Support of Alzheimer's education series just met last night. For the last time this year, we do 6 educational programs, and I'm involved with that, just a small group of individuals. And so we'll re-implement those. We'll take a 3-month break here. So what is that? December, January, February. We'll start again March, April, May. So just kind of be on the lookout there. If someone is involved with a person with Alzheimer's or dementia, we have a caregiver support group that meets the 3rd Tuesday of every month at 2:30 in the afternoon. We used to hold that at Clare Bridge. We're now at the library in the Gainey Room. And with help from my other folks that I network with on what used to be the EARN Committee, is now the Senior Alliance for Steele County, we're going to be starting up one in the evening as well. We've had some
people who work.
People who work and maybe could not do that 2:30 time, so we're going to be implementing that. So kind of watch the paper for press releases.
If you or anyone you know, if they need more information about that, how can they get a hold of you?
They can get a hold of me. I guess that's probably, I know Leanne's got my number on the screen. I always tell people, call my cell. It's the best way to get a hold of me. Oh, also, I did want to mention, When we come back on again, we'll hopefully be done with our remodel. Right now, we're remodeling Sterling House.
We'll take a tour.
Right in progress, yes. And then that will be followed by Clare Bridge. We're very excited, but it always gets worse before it gets better, because everything's kind of ripped apart right now. But it's also fun because we know it's going to be really neat. Just some neat new things in our common areas.
Thanks, Deb.
You're welcome.
Fun to see you.
Fun to see you too, Shelley. Thank you. Thank you very much for having me on this side of the table.
We'll be right back. Please stay with us.
Hi, Warren Abraham Consulting Technologies, your one-stop technology shop. We support the Owatonna Today Show.
Owatonna Public Utilities, real people, real reliable, real progress.
Making life a little easier day after day, taking pride in our community, listening to what you say, a voice you can talk to. We're growing with you.
Owatonna Public Utilities.
And it's time to take a quick look at some community service announcements. The Owatonna Hospice Star of Hope lighting is going to take place Sunday, December 7th at 5 p.m. This is at Daybreak Community Church on Harvest Lane. There's going to be a program of music, prayer, and remembrance of loved ones, and then they will move over to the hospice house and have the lighting of the star. If you'd like to give a gift of $10 or more, you will help light that star this year. If you'd like more information, you can contact the Hospice Homestead House. The Steele County Historical Society is announcing its Christmas in the Village coming up this weekend. Friday will be a luminary lit village along with a sing-along that's going to be held at the church from 5:30 to 7:30. Both days the History Center will be open with free admission. On Friday evening from 6:30 to 4:30 to 6:30, it's going to be the wild rice soup and chili supper. Then on Saturday, the village is open from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. And in the History Center, you can also see some amazing artisan markets. So you can check out some beautiful opportunities to get you some gifts for people that you love. The History Center is going to also be the site of the Owatonna Lodge Meatball Supper on Saturday from 5 to 7. You can enjoy a traditional Scandinavian holiday meal. Tickets are $12 for adults and $5 for children. If you'd like to reserve a spot for that evening, you can call Gloria at 451-4274. And then, of course, on Sunday, the fun continues with the Historical Holiday House Tour, and that's from noon until 5. I want to remind you again, it's Christmas at Home with the Lowes coming up Saturday, December 13th. You can get tickets for $25 or $15 for students. Thanks so much for joining us here on the Owatonna Today Show. On Friday, we're going to be talking about the Christmas bird count, which is always a lot of fun, and then the Owatonna Arts Center Christmas display. So it is the season. We'll see you on Friday. Have a great day.